animation update along with a buff. The buff isn't the biggest thing, but every little bit helps when you have year 1 hit counts and 3-star like stats. I'm not gonna go too into detail about comparisons, but for context, Kucaster, that's a monster for farming, has less space attack than David. But David, his skills are nowhere close to Kucaster. Like, it's an insult because Kucaster is basically a 5-star that everyone got for free. At least at post Lost World 6. Starweight, Starjet, and these are normal Archer numbers, 0.76. It's not terrible, but one quick card, very low hit count, low hit counts on the arts card, 3 hits on the extra attack. You're probably not critting with these cards, and if you are, it's not going to be that good. Like, this is 1.52 for each one. Is like Waiver, I think, has better arts cards, and his are 1 hit. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure every time I do this recording, I keep looking up a different character. But yeah, the Waiver with his 1 hit arts card do more than David. So his face cards are a mess. They honestly should be looked at, but I think FGO is at the point where they just did an animation update. They're not going to update his accounts. And again, that's FGO's prerogative. If they don't want to do that, they don't want to do that. It probably takes way too much time anyway. All right, so first skill, honestly can't tell if this was his weakest skill or not. Defense for 1 turn and a heal. 2k heal, but all this you could easily use this up and not even realize it. Also, this, if it's at the start of the fight and you know the enemy is about to immediately MP, you can only pick one or the other unless you're using Koinskaya. If you're using Koinskaya, completely different because this actually will full heal you back. But you probably shouldn't be popping 2 Koinskaya skills on the first turn in the first place. But buff gives him a 30% battery plus the 20% for mana loading. He's at 50, so he's able to do like single target buster farming because I'm pretty sure he's single target. Yes, single target. But yeah, this is what the buff is. It's a generic buff, but it's something that literally makes especially buster servants actually work. Like, not having a battery, not having like more offensive buffs to double stack with Koinskaya. At this point in the game's life cycle, it's not the biggest deal because you have Liz at the end, you have Miss Crane, you have Kuro to buff up your damage even more. But as a DPS, you would always want your own kit to be like strong. And yeah, no, his other 2 skills should have been buffed a while ago too. This is really, in my opinion, this was because FGO moved away from a lot of the Part 1 servants. Like, they barely got any screen time outside of events. I think past Chaldea chapter Part 3 is trying to rectify that. But I'm going to be honest, David probably needs another buff soon because his next 2 skills are skills that have been buffed by other characters that are better than him. First skill, Harp of Healing. If you play the game for a while, you'll know Tristan, 4-star Archer, got this skill buffed long time ago. So yeah, and like I still know this because I looked it up in a previous recording. This part's good. They don't need to change this. The heal definitely could be more. But on the buff version, it's a full cleanse, not just mental debuffs. So half the time, this skill isn't going to get any use because it's a weak-ass heal. It should at the very least be 1,000. If not, they should make it heal per turn 1,000. Like, this skill needs a buff. This skill needs the buff even more because he's a DPS that has a shit DPS skill, and this used to be his only DPS skill. It's a weak charisma that's not 20% and doesn't have any other effects. So many characters have buff charismas, and all of them are standard 20, and they always do something else. Even Ishtar, who I shit on her charisma, still takes a shit on this one because it just does more stuff. Still think Ishtar's charisma needs to get buffed, but that's a topic for a different video where I'm going to rant about that again. But yeah, basic stuff. Year 1 servant. I shouldn't be expecting more out of it, to be honest, but Kucaster just sets the bar these days. I am now doing monthly $5 giveaways as a way to give back to my channel. I recently hit 500 subs and I want to keep giving back to the people that support me. All you have to do is comment on one of my videos during the month. Doesn't even have to be a video I make that month, and you are entered to win. 5 people can win every month with 1 win per person per month. Only 1 comment is counted as an entry every month. I will send you the prize in a way that works for both of us. Thank you for watching. Now let's get back to the video. I just remembered a servant I was talking about on a previous recording, but I don't even know how I got that point to talking about it. Oh, okay. Now I actually remember. So, buffing up David's damage. No matter what, he's not going to be the next Sugitani. Sugitani is so cracked for a 3-star, it's actually ridiculous. Because, like, something that's common about FGO players is we talk about how the Archer class is overtaken by Berserkers that get super effective against Sabers. Sugitani is one of those characters where she breaks the mold and can do ridiculous damage, like competing with MHX Alter. David, not getting that unless you're hitting his super effective niche. Do we have this here? Here. Yeah, so David, even with his buff, I mean, he's here because he's a free MP5. But yeah, if he hits Giant, he's doing double damage. We'll see that in a bit. But actually, I do kind of want to take this back. I don't know why David is listed down here. Yeah, no, I don't know why. I think Plushies is in charge of this. Yeah, what I'm talking about with Sugitani. Sugitani fully ramped up does more than David when he has his super effective. But no, his base is higher than a lot. Yeah, no, I was not expecting this. Okay, so for straight up regular buster farming, if you only have MP1 for any of these 5-stars, you're actually better off using David even with his scuffed skills. Like, I'm actually surprised by that. I think it's because he's gotten an MP buff while all these other characters haven't. Like, if any of these 5-stars got an MP buff, this is their MP1 damage. So literally everyone I'm highlighting, the second they get an MP buff, they're better than David. Obviously, they have way more to the kit than just raw damage here. But no, this is actually a surprise. I haven't looked at these numbers in a while. So passives, and then we'll go back to the MP. Debuff resist 20%. Independent action for 10% crit damage. He's not only is he a 3-star, but he's also a like friend point gotcha 3-star, not like Izo or Mori. Like you should be at the point like you have all these appends unlocked by now. Like even if you're on NA, you should have enough coins ready that when these 2 unlock, you're able to do it. Okay, so here's another thing in David's favor. I didn't know this video was going to turn into a glaze for David. I thought he was like not going to stand out, but no, this is... I'm like, you can see it with my eyes. I'm actually awake right now. He has extra damage against Berserkers. That's awesome for someone like him who's fighting giants, because a lot of those ones actually are berserkers. So props to David. He got a very useful pen for him. I don't think they were going to give him anti-saber. But if you can't get anti-saber when you're an archer, berserker is literally the next best thing. Okay, so not going to talk about the old MP because this has been buffed for so long. One hit, single target buster, ignores evasion. Damage to one enemy, 200% extra damage to giants. This is double damage, flat out. His number is here because he's MP5. And pretty much a guaranteed skill seal chance. He doesn't have increased debuff application, but if he gets to overcharge 2, you basically have to have more than 20% magic resist to be able to have a chance of not getting the skill seal, because it is 100%. A lot of characters have between 10 to 20 debuff res. You're still likely to land the skill seal. But if you're fighting like a goddess essence plus magic resist combo, yeah, good luck with that. At 125%, your chances are significantly better. And pretty much anyone that doesn't have that combo, you're landing that this skill seal. Okay, Bond CE increases his own MP damage by 30%. And he has a chance to just insta-kill when normal attacking. Yeah, so 1 in 10 chance of you getting an insta-kill chance. And it's a 60% death chance. So this is higher than Needle Chris's base, I believe. Okay, so I actually had Deer Mood. I had Deer Mood up because I was going to compare his stats at level 100 to Deer Mood. I'm not doing it this time. Okay. Yeah, no, his Bond CE literally gives him Deer Mood's insta-kill chance at OC1. If you've tried to use Deer Mood to do insta-kill farming, I haven't. If you're crazy enough to do it, 1 in 10 chance of that happening just by him using his face cards. I think this is pretty fucking useless. This is almost never going to happen. Like, King Hassan has a more use of one, and that has a lower chance, but it's a passive. He doesn't have to do anything for that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm actually pleasantly surprised at his damage numbers. But again, I don't think Sugitani got a buff. No, Sugitani did get a buff. I just don't remember if it's an MP buff. It is an MP buff. So Sugitani is not likely to get that much stronger anytime soon, because Sugitani actually has like pretty decent skills to begin with. They were not... it still blows my mind that they let this through, because this was such a better upgrade. Because she lost her buff success rate, but now she consistently does better damage. Yeah, and yeah. All right, so that's David. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed, drop a like or sub. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.